Hello everyone, Black Rose Duelist here. As you guys know, Dueling Network is kind of like going through rough times right now. So we're gonna as the video goes, hopefully more pictures will freaking come. I'm gonna refresh the page, honestly. You know what? Like, we roll with the punches here at Black Rose Duelist & Co. We just roll with the punches. When DN says we're going down, DN goes down, but we do not give up. So today, okay, it's already better. We're already getting more card images. It's working hard. DN, Emil, it's like beating a dead horse, making fun of them. Like, when they do good, we have to be empathetic and say good job. And when they do bad, we just have to help them. We have to build them up, not break them down. So today we have a Lunalight deck profile. Hopefully Dion coordinates with us accordingly. If not, well, you're gonna have to deal with black art. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. Like, if that phases you, if that really makes you uncomfortable, then you can go. We're gonna reload it one more time, just so that one guy in the comments who's like, why do you not have any card art? Like, have you been under the bridge? DN is under scrutiny and legal battle. So we're gonna have to deal with it, and we're gonna have to, like, again, roll with the punches. Okay, wait. We got some loaders. We're loading. So we're gonna go through the cards that we actually have the art for as of right now. Okay, it's not even loading. Again, we're resilient. When someone slaps us and shoves us to the ground, we get back up. So we have two. This is a Lunalight deck profile, by the way. Hello, my name is Black Rose Duelist, and I'm showing you my Lunalight deck profile. This is my deck, folks. My deck. I am loving this deck. I've been beating Cosmo, Performapal. My Performapal deck duel, I wish I videotaped it, because it was probably one of my favorite duels I've had since, like, 2013. It was fantastic, and the reason why it was good is because he was so sure of himself that he was winning. He was destroying me. He was playing this Ariadne Counter Fairy Performapal version, and he had the Draco Slayers going. He had like five traps set. He had Ariadne. All of them were counter traps. He had that one fairy where every time you activate a counter trap, you draw a card. He had 9 cards left. I realized that. I spammed my little Lunalight butt off. I got Tiger. When Tiger dies, you summon a Lunalight from the grave. Then when Tiger got Blue Cat, when Blue Cat dies, you get a Lunalight from your deck. Then you just get another Tiger, and then Tiger gets another Blue Cat, and it keeps on going on and on. And the best part is when you have a fusion recycle with all of that. So let's say you have Blue Cat dies, go into Tiger dies. You now can get like a Panther Dancer or Cat Dancer from Graveyard, and Cat Dancer can't die of a battle. So this is the best stall deck, especially when you're going against a deck like Performapals where they get through the deck really, really fast. It really does stall pretty well. So back into the actual deck. Yeah, at the end of that duel, I have 3 Berry Mirror or Quaking Mirror Force, which actually helps with that whole stalling complex. But Quaking Mirror Force we'll get to in a little bit. But I stalled it, and I got some monsters, and I actually used my Solemn Warning to make it so he draws more cards, and I got him decked out. So we have 2 King in the Swamp. He can replace himself as a Cat Dancer or a Panther Dancer to go into Leo Dancer. And vice versa. You can also discard him to add a poly, so he's always usable. Like, he's never a bad card to have in your hand. Same with Black Sheep. Black Sheep is actually, in my opinion, the MVP of the deck. I didn't really realize how good it was until I realized that you can use this effect as many times as you want per turn, and you can use different copies of it. The only thing you can't do is add itself when it's sent to the graveyard. Okay, so its first effect, I bet a lot of you aren't similar or know about the Lunalight deck. I'm not going to be redundant for the people who do know about it, because this is a deck profile, not an explanation video. I'll explain the effects, but also explain what I've done with it and why it's good, and maybe a different way to think about the effects. So, when you discard Black Sheep, you can discard Black Sheep during your turn. And you can either add a Lunalight from your grave, or add a poly from your deck to your hand. So that's very good. But the best part is when it's used as a fusion material and sent to the graveyard, you can add to your hand a face-up Lunalight from your extra deck as a pendulum monster or whatever, and then or one Lunalight from your graveyard to your hand. The reason why this is very beneficial is because, like I said with white or tiger or blue cat, say blue cat or tiger dies, you can just special summon a black sheep, and then that's not only a fusion material, but it's also a card that gives you back another monster. So it's not just one of those basic hand traps that you just use to get another card. It's also reusable, so after you discard it to get a poly, you can revive black sheep, and then use it as a fusion material to get more cards. Quick skip to White Rabbit. White Rabbit, you can, when it's normal summoned, you can special summon a Lunalight from your grave. So let's say you just have a White Rabbit and a Black Sheep. This is what I would do. I'd play White Rabbit, I'd play Black Sheep, discard Black Sheep, add Poly, play White Rabbit, special summon Black Sheep from the grave. Now you can use Poly to fuse White Rabbit and Black Sheep to go into a fusion monster. So you only use those two monsters go into one, because you got the poly for free. But not only that, now you get black sheets. You get Black Sheep's effect to add a Lunalight. So you really went negative nothing, because you use two cards to get a fusion and a monster from your grave. So very usable, this Black Sheep, especially when you combine it with something like White Rabbit. You also have the 3 blue cat, which I already explained. Outside of it, when it dies, you can just special summon a Lunalight from your grave. It also has the effect where if it's special summoned, you can target a Lunalight, and then its attack becomes double. Not a huge fan of Purple Butterfly, but we don't have the other Lunalights yet, so I'm going to have to use it for now. It's basically a Colute that you can't use in the battle phase, and you can banish it to special summon a Lunalight from your hand. I comboed this with blue cat. Say you had a my favorite Leo Dancer that's 3,500. You can play Purple Butterfly, make it 4,500, and then you can banish Purple Butterfly to special summon Blue Cat, and now you have Leo Dancer as 9,000. Not only 9,000, but 9,000 that can attack twice. So good luck with that. White Rabbit, I already explained that you can special summon one from your grave, but you can also target spells and traps your opponent controls equal to the amount of Lunalights you control, up to. But the thing about this also is these are pendulum scales, and if you have them as a pendulum scales, they also count, if you didn't know that. 2 Max C, it just needs more draw power, honestly. 3 Tiger, I really love its pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can target a Lunalight in your grave, special summon it, it can't attack, and it dies at the end phase, and its effects are negated. That's fine, but like the fact that you can just reborn a Panther Dancer, or a Cat Dancer, or another Lunalight, and then use it as a fusion material every single turn is pretty good. Wolf is basically a miracle fusion in the pendulum zone. I really enjoy him. 2 Allure of Darkness, you have White Rabbit, Black Sheep, Blue Cat, and Purple Butterfly. The pendulums are light. Those are enough for me to play 2 Allure, I think. 3 Tenki, all of them are Beast Warriors. This card, I didn't play Tenki. After I played Tenki, the deck became so much more consistent. I basically got any Lunalight I ever wanted my first turn, almost always. Especially in combination with Allure. We have 3 Fusion Recovery. You fusion a ton in this deck, so it's really usable, I guess. I don't know. It's a +1. You get to add 2 cards from 1 card, so why not? 3 Poly, you need it to fusion summon. 2 Twin Twister. Although the fusions have built-in effects where like it can't die by battle or it can't die by card effects, things like Quaking Mirror Force or Storm Mirror Force annihilate this deck, and or even Cosmojo. So you really have to be careful of those, so Twin Twister them up. 2 Lunalight Reincarnation Dance. This card's pretty good. 3 is too much, but when a monster you control is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can add 2 Lunalights from your grave to your hand, or from your deck to your hand. Very good. I just think 3 is a bit too much. 3 Quaking Mirror Force. I love Quaking Mirror Force. It doesn't target, obviously, and it changes all your opponent's monsters to face down defense, and they can't switch their position. Yes, with Mirror Force, they die. Most cards nowadays, when they're flipped over, or when they die, they go to the extra deck, or they get an effect like the Cosmos. With Quaking Mirror Force, you put them face down. Yes, they don't die, but they take up tons of space in your opponent's field, and you can use it to your advantage with like piercing damage with Wolf. Wolf has a piercing damage effect when it's a normal like monster on the field, and just being able to attack all of your opponent's monsters with your fusions. That's the fusions effect. It's very good. And 1 Solemn. This is a budget deck. I can't afford 3 Solemn Notice. 3 Cat Dancer. Your basic girl. She isn't like fantastic. She's 2,500 with Tenki, which is actually pretty good, I guess. You can tribute a Lunalight to make it so you can attack all your opponent's monsters. The first time you attack your opponent's monster, it doesn't die. The second time it does. And you can attack all of them twice. Every time it attacks, it inflicts 100 damage to your opponent. I mean, it's decent. The main reason you use it is to go in a Panther Dancer, which Panther Dancer, it can attack all your opponent's monsters. When it destroys the opponent's monster, it gains 200 attack. So say your opponent had 3 monsters on the field. By the end of the damage or battle phase, it was 3,400. You use him to go into my favorite Leo Dancer. And whenever you have Leo Dancer on the field, you most likely win. And the reason for that is it can't be destroyed or be targeted by card effects. It can attack twice, and it's 3,500. At the end of the damage, or end of the damage step, you can destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls. Combo with the blue cat, it's 7,000. Attack twice. Combo with a blue cat and a purple butterfly, it's 9,000. I mean, how are you really gonna beat that? And it attacks twice. So it's just incredibly powerful. It can be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So once you get her out, you most likely win. Even though, yes, it does have potential to die. If it does die, you can return it with a tiger or even a white rabbit. So that's why I love the fusions in this deck, because once they die, they can always come back and be used again. But with the Miracle Fusion of Wolf, with White Rabbit, just play another monster from your grave, or just anything, it just really works out and I love it. Then you can XC. I didn't really put in many XCs. Once the next level 4, you only have 1 level 4. Once the next level 4 girl comes out, maybe I'll consider. Let's see if the picture loads. But here are the next 2 cards that are coming out hopefully next set, I think. Crimson Fox, when it dies, you can target a monster your opponent controls, and when sent to the grave by card effect, so Polly. You can target your opponent's monster, becomes 0. Then you can banish it when your opponent targets a Lunalight, and then both players gain 1,000, and that effect's negated. That's alright. I like her just because she's 1,800. With Tenki, she's 19, which is pretty good. And she's a fusion material and all that. Then you also have the new spell, which is a monster reborn, but also you can banish it, add a Lunalight from your deck to your hand. Very good. You have to discard a card for that, though. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please comment down below. Tell me what you think about Lunalights. I really, really like them. I'll see you guys later.